I gotta put my pearls on for this one. Yes, wicked. Where you going, honey? Where you going?
Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. Ask me how we got here, 'cause you don't know how. You say we're taking on water, yeah, we're sinking now. You're looking all concerned, like we're gonna drown. But we both know how to swim, no worries as we'll fall now. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. I drag you out your mind, and there are days I hate you, but baby, you're still mine. And we have the best times, no matter what we do. And even when we don't, there's nobody I'd rather choose. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me.
Ready to ride the Pearl train.
I'm on my last straw. I'm broken and I'm woken up. I'm done feeling your lies. I've had enough. I can't run your place in this faulty game. And all the words you speak mean nothing more to me. 'Cause let's start over now. Rewind. And I won't let you go. I need you by my side.
1, 2, 3. Let's go, Pearls.
Big rain, come along with me. Together with the truth you see.
Thank you, Sean.
Got pearls and I laughter too. The search for facts is always new.
Congratulations, Angel.
In this place we keep it real.
Derek, thank you for helping the girl out. Thank you, my dear. Christina, thank you for the girl, Sherry.
It's just begun. We shine brighter than the sun.
Hit the light.
And share the vibe. Crush those pearls. Let's fall. We're standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the light and share the light. Crush those pearls, let's take the ride. Come in here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear.
The pearls were bound together through the storm and darkest weather. We search high, we search low, together everywhere we go. Justin's here and he's going
That's
live
me.
with the best fans by my side. We're a family, we hold
That's
strong.
you.
Together we can right the wrong. We clutch them pearls.
That's
we
us.
shine like stars. Searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea. We are one in this community. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars. Searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea. We are one in this community. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars. Searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea. We are one in this community. In the night or in the day, girls will light and lead the way. Justin's heart and your support. Together we will hold the fort. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care.
Click play and come along with me. Together with the truth you see. Got our pearls and our laughter too. The search for facts is always new. In this place we keep it real. Classy vibes and joyful zeal. Join the journey, it's just begun. We shine brighter than the sun. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comments here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Defending truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. Defending truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. With every laugh we lift our hearts. In the search we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comment here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride.
Girl, Sherry,
Comments here
thank
and
you
spread the
so
cheer.
much.
Members make
Lovey. Thank you, Mac. Thank you, Cecilia. 9 months coming in clutch. Hold on.
Well, hello. It's been a long time since I've seen your face. Good to see you all, my beautiful pearls. Hello, gorgeous. Thank you all so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. Could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube. You have a lot of options. Anywhere on the internet, anywhere in this world. And you chose to be right here. I know your time is very, very valuable, and I do appreciate you spending this evening so late with me. Today is March 7th, 2025. It is currently 11:03 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Putting with the B-boy. Yeah. Robin coming in clutch 3 months. How you doing, girl? Good to see ya. Thank you, Robin. Text again 307. Thank you, my love. I'll look at that. Cecilia, thank you. Mag, thank you. Sherry, thank you. Sherry, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Alrighty then. Let me look at that text real quick. Oh no, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Wow. You want me to share it? Is it okay if I share that? Is it okay if I share that? I mean, I'm sorry, I'm looking at something. Good to see you all. Thank you all so much for joining me. We got a lot to talk about tonight. Hope you're ready. Hope you're ready. Justin, I left your prior stream early to catch your live. I'll finish it up later. Thank you, Love Wins. Good to see you, my dear. I was having a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble on that last live. I did an update and it screwed everything up on my computer. Like for real, for real, for real. Yeah. Watching the monkey's tail. Yep. Hello, Annabelle. Honey. Honey. You talking like you know me, honey? Honey. Justin, how can I send you a picture? What kind? Oh, what kind? You can text it at 307-228-4906. Thank you, Sandra. How you doing, girl? Good to see you. Much love to you, darling. Same thing happened to Mob Crew, Justin. Really? Damn. I don't know what it's that update, I guess. But anyway, I uninstalled it and I hurried back to where we were. You know what I mean? Thank you so much, Sandra. Really do appreciate you. And thank you for being a member as well, my love. There's Joe as well. Hello, Joe. Who's going? Hi, dear Justin. Triple X. By the way, I love a Sphinx cat too. Ooh. Why are you talking about Triple X and a Sphinx cat? It sounds like a good time to me. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Thank you so much, Lukeman. Really do appreciate you. XXX and XXX and a photo. Anywho. Yes, Mom was having driver issues with an update too. Yep, it's fun. I put my pearls on for this one. Thank you, Robin. How you doing? Thank you, darling. Absolutely, you can, Sebastian. You're such a sweetheart. Thank you, my dear. Really do appreciate you. Very much. Ginger, I was thinking the same thing. He asked what kind of pic. I was like, how you doing? Robin made this for Seth. Isn't that nice? Well, let me zoom in a little bit. Isn't that nice? That is so beautiful. So beautiful. I'm heading home tomorrow from the hotel. Been here 4 nights, an hour and a half drive. Ooh. Gotta love the driving. Gotta love the driving. You know what I mean? Talking about Sebastian Rogers in this live, and we've got a lot to talk about. What's as close as Remy in? She's in the 0 to 3 months now, not newborn anymore. I want a t-shirt like that. Like this? You know, I like the navy blue polka dots and the pearls. You know. That would make a great shirt. Oh, I'm sorry. You mean that would be good with Seth and the police officer. Hmm. She's a trip. She's a trip and a half. Like the one with Sebastian on. Yep. Yeah, that is it's such a good picture. It really is. We got a lot to talk about. Let's see here. See if it'll let me do this. You know, guys, I've found pictures of Cruella. I did find a picture of her. God bless her. God bless the woman. It's just one of those things. I mean, just getting her hair done on a Monday at 10 a.m. What do you expect? You know, where do you go to get your hair? Where do you go to get that hair done? The groomer? Tammy Faye on crack. I am not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Ginger. She's so pretty. God bless you, Cruella. God bless you. Gotta love Bentley. Yeah, Bentley's funny. I was looking through some of my stuff. Why so long to begin my show? Because we like to dance. We like to dance and fellowship and say hello to our other pearls and kick back and all of that. Yeah, I guess that's the excuse anyway. It's the excuse I'm giving. Good to see you though. Thank you so much for joining me. We should have a meme contest. Lil Red said. I don't know. Now I see why Edgar digs cake. She looks mouse. You're right. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I've been watching makeup tutorial shikes. I'll skip that one. You mean you don't like her? You know, is what it is. Is what it is, right? Not that's not you, Lord of mercy. I know. And it's so funny though. It's so funny though. There's some things that we're going to talk about. And you know, I mentioned my last live about ooh, get a new member. How you doing? Hold on, let me find it here 1 second. Thank you so much, spiritual hippie. Good to see you, my dear. Y'all, welcome back, spiritual. I 11 p.m. Yes, girl. Spiritual hippie, we on it together. Thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate you. You can put lipstick on a pig, it's still a pig, just saying. Okay, fine. Oink oink, mother. Sorry. I'm dead. Justin, you need to post an alert before you show that picture. You're funny. Thank you, Sharon. Really, really do appreciate that. Our last live, we were talking about. What were we talking about? Not the last live I did today, but in Sebastian Rogers. I had a question for KK, and I was asking her. Not that she'll answer, but just the question still. She have her hair up the evening Sebastian went missing. Maybe French braided, a messy bun, something like that. The other question I have, did she have a bag of some sort? Carrying some sort of bag. Something in the hand. No, not the ruckus video. The ruckus video is ruckus. But we're going to look at some stuff here in just a minute. No, I'm not talking about at the Texas Roadhouse. Not talking about at the Texas Roadhouse. Was her husty much? Or is it was her hutch musty? Husty much, musty hutch. Oh. Hold on. Well, I got something. Let me just actually, well, I'll probably have to do it like this. I have never seen anyone change their looks up so much as I had Edgar and KK. Never in my life. It's like, what the hell are they doing here? They certainly change it up, don't they? I was looking at pictures back in, when was it? Guys, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button. Greatly appreciate it. Consider becoming a Pearl member if you haven't yet already. Greatly appreciate that. All right, here we go. You know, this was her in court, right? This was her in court. And let's see here. Let's see here. They's got a. And this is her most recently. Whoops, maybe. It's like they change it up so often. Change so much they conjured up Blanche Devereaux. Janine. I thought I was Blanche Devereaux. I always thought I was Blanche. Oh my God, look at Chris.
What do they think? Unfortunately,
Oh my
they have zero
God.
evidence. Now, just several
Is
days
that
ago,
KK?
this surveillance video that you're looking at here was released by
That's my Blanche Devereaux. Oh my God. Oh my God. How you doing? Giggles coming in clutch at 6 months, darling. Let me find my girl. How you doing, girl? Thank you so much. Giggle to 3. Thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate you, my love. Thank you for your support. Trying to hide their ID when out of town. The glasses are worn now instead of contacts by KK. I'm waiting for them to lose some weight. You know, I mean, listen, most of us have been a little plump or are a little plump. But it's kind of hard when you're every night. You know what I mean? Kind of hard. Just saying. Just saying. Moving forward, just want to mention that I've got some stuff I want to show. Oh, let me do Chris. Hold on. Let me do Chris here. Edgar, where's Edgar Amos when you need her? Come out, Edgar Amos. Here we go. This is the most recent one. Maybe. I think I got it pulled up somewhere. Let's see here. Sebastian Rogers. Year. Maybe it's right here. I need this. Wait, that's not it either. I'll find it in a minute. Did they do it through WSMV? Was it? Oh, wait, here it is. Never mind. Never mind. 1 second. I'll be loud. Sorry. Okay. I'll do a screenshot here. Save that. Okay, we got it now. You know, I mean, look at Eric Craddock. He just did his beard. Oh, y'all can't see that. Change. And he's just got I thought it was him years ago. He looks so much younger. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I think Edgar looks better now. I just think I just think he looks better now. With, he cut the mullet. I mean, guess he's a little self-conscious about it. Can't really blame him. You don't look like a Halloween project that someone done with their left hand, but it is what it is. I don't know how KK and Edgar can eat so much. I couldn't eat. I think they're not eating, honey. I don't think they're eating. Definitely better, but still not good enough. No. Briefcase bag? Or are you talking military? No, SI officer, I did speak about that sea bag long time ago. I used to think it was a sea bag that may have been used, but what I think it was used was a blanket. I think it was a blanket, and it was, in my opinion, it was either perhaps a camouflage blanket, not maybe a camouflage, but I think it was more of like some sports blanket. It was definitely, in my opinion at least, it was a blanket with some pattern on it. You agree, girl mom? Gotcha. Yeah. May have been a sports kind of blanket or whatever. But something like that. Wasn't there a blanket found from the search map? I don't know. I thought there was like a sheet or something found, but I don't really know. We're going to get to something that I found earlier, but I want to show you this first. Do y'all remember, where's it at? Whenever KK wrote this, remember when KK wrote this, the child was not 13 and we did not allow my son to be abused. We contacted all authorities. My son received all the available help he could get. Multiple therapists involved. His doctor did know because he went to the doctor and got checked immediately. Seth was involved in his therapy as well. There is so many lies in that this story, including him failing to mention that we got banned from the base for his violent tendencies, making Seth sound like that he was upset because he didn't feel like his son was getting the right help. And my son was seeing a psychiatrist and a psychologist to help him with his trauma from, she wrote, Seth's abuse and the trauma from being assaulted by this child. Let me be clear. I think it's sickening that this man is airing my son's trauma online. My son deserves better than that. When we find him, and I believe in my heart that we will, the truth will come out. He is doing his best to slander us as parents, but my son is loved and cared for and always will be. Public opinion based on lies, assumptions, half truths rampant because of things like this, which has nothing to do with finding Sebastian, but yet allegedly, your husband, current, allegedly, by Seth's account, says if he told what happened to Sebastian, they wouldn't look for him. But that's okay, isn't it? But that's okay, right, KK? And she says, I will not stoop to as low to take in the back and forth. You just did. You just said all kinds of horrible things about Seth there. Horrible things. But what I find the most interesting about this
She says, my son deserves better than that. I agree. I agree. But it says KK on there. So let me be clear, that part. Not sorry. I was reading what you were saying. The part, my son deserves better than that. That part right there. And you know what else he deserved better? And if you are so upset with this, KK, Sebastian deserved to not be put around any more RSOs. That's against the law. That's what that is. You know, deserves better than that. But so you could let Edgar move in with you. You got rid of his cats. What did Sebastian do to deserve that? Oh, it was about you. It was about him moving in, right? That's what it was. Mm-hmm. That's what that was. Right? And furthermore, you subjected him, according to Seth, around an RSO who was on 99 years of probation. 99 mother trucking years on probation. And remember, there's always been talk, right? There's always been talk about Sebastian, even before Seth telling us about this, about Sebastian talking to his grandmother, KK's mom. That was always spoken about. Did he talk to her the night before or whenever? And, we go back to saying that her son deserves better than that. According to Seth, she got so mad that whenever she, when Seth confronted her, it was out, done. For wanting to protect really both of them. Like I said, I have enormous compassion for her with, something that happened years ago, her as a child. When you're a child, you don't have the say, to, things happen, egregious things happen to her. And if she chose to have a relationship with someone, that person later on, that's one thing, but your son who had something happen under your roof, that's another. I don't know, Ginger. I really don't. There have how many stories has there been out there of, I mean, some from, the horse's mouth, so to speak, of things that has been alleged that Edgar has done. And animals are such a they're very important for kids, important for all of us, in my opinion. Animal therapy was something Sebastian thrived at. You can't hear anything? But everything, all of his was taken away. If your child thrived with it, why would you let any man or woman take that away? Dogs, cats, snakes, anything in his room. All of that, right? All of that. Just wanted to run that over with you guys. Another thing, I've not sure if I ever showed this, so I just want to show this before we get to our videos and stuff. But this was, oh, not this one. 1 second. Pardon me. That wasn't it. It's this one right here. This is KK's friend. The one that was there, that morning? I have kids on the spectrum, and yes, they can keep a secret. Sebastian just wanted friends, and it's not hard to believe that someone would say they would be his friend, but you have to keep it a secret. Is that a little, a little thing that she put out there, if you will? Bullshit. Bullshit.
Bullshit.
Bullshit. Thank you, darling. After all that has surfaced, I'm more concerned. Yeah. Yes, boo. Yep. Bingo. Yep. And so seems like in the beginning, in my opinion, they all wanted to plant that out, if you will. He walked out the door. He just wanted friends. Might have told him to keep a secret. I thought I plugged in my charger, but it was my headphones. You're blind, always late. You're blonde like me. I suffer with it too. And they never got him help he needed the most. It takes I agree. I agree. I never knew if I showed you guys that one or not. And moving along here. So, I was talking to someone the other night and we were talking about the vehicle that was in that area at 3:10ish in the morning. And you can turn off certain lights in your car, right? There's the parking lights, and then there's also the newer cars, the running daylights, or, those kind of things. And but whenever you start a vehicle, you have to hit the brake to start it, right? You got to hit the brake to start it. And that's something you cannot avoid. You can't avoid it. You just can't avoid it. This isn't the one, I don't think. Nope, this isn't the one. Bear with me 1 second. Might be. Turn this volume down. Oh, I want to show y'all this first. I zoomed in to these lights right here, just the raw video, right? Just the raw video. We're just looking at pretty much the flashlight, right? Oh, you can see this is the raw video, right? But look at this. Watch this. In the beginning, right here, right? In the beginning, to me, it almost looks like and look at there. You get a flash of but it almost looks like sometimes it looks like there is like an arm. You know how like when you're carrying a flashlight like this or whatever. Hold on. And you're kind of looks like a spotlight attached to something. You think so? A lantern. You don't have to apply your brake? To start my car? Only when I leave park on gear shift. Are you sure? Justin, I can see their legs as they walk and moving. Yeah, you can see. Let me show you. There's one part here where you can get. You see that right there? I think that might have been it. There's a couple times where you can see right there. Will it let me? Hold on. Let me see if it'll let me slow this down. Playback. Okay, try it like this. Um, and I will say this, just some things. I believe one of them had is some sort of headlamp on, and I believe one of them had some sort of flashlight. My 2007 Honda, I don't have to press the brake to start, but my 2016 Camaro, I do. I've never heard of it. Really? In cars in the 70s and 80s and some 90s, no brakes was needed, but this. You text me some. Yep. Mhm. Yeah, I've done a lot more with these hold on one second. Let me zoom in here. Here, I'll save these and then I'll show y'all them. That's interesting. Okay, let me get back to this. You can tell it's this might have just been a phone, one of them. I don't know because it looks exactly like a phone screen right there. To me, it looks exactly like a phone screen right there almost. Now a stick, you have to apply the brakes to start and have it in neutral. I don't have to press my brake. Really? Maybe I've just always pressed the brake and I thought you had to. Do you have to press the brake when starting a car? For those with an automatic engine, can you start the engine without pressing the brake? Most cars have an automatic transmission require that you to press the brake to start the engine? No, in a base automatic car, you need to apply brakes to shift from park, but not to start the car. Assuming most contractors can. Every car I've ever driven automatic with the key only requires you to hit the brake to shift out of park. Oh, so you have to hit the brake to shift. But they would have to shift. right? They could have turned the lights off. I'll try it. But we know that someone got out of the vehicle, someone walked through the yard, two people came back. That person got in the car. Let me where is that video? Where is that video? Let me see if I've got it here. I might have it here. I might not. If I have it, they believe that I think it's a TikTok video. Someone sent it to me, or I've had it for a while. At least at some point. By the way, look, guys, I found a pretty clear one here. You know how a lot of them have always been, like really grainy? This one that I have is the clearest one that I've found. Hold on, let me turn that sound off. This one. Maybe I thought I had it somewhere. There was a video that I had. I thought Pearl jumped out. Maybe she didn't. I'm telling you guys, if and I said this a long time ago. No, it's not sound like that. This was some type of screen record thingy or something. Look at this. What? Went with Chris to get his. I don't think Glory went with Chris to get the camper. Just in my opinion. I will say that two people went with him that evening, though. Someone just texted me. You cannot turn brake lights off, though. Nope, sure can't, Kristen. Sorry, babe. Sure can't. Sure can't. I'm Ultima Nissan from 18, up automatic key remote that starts timed only, then will shut off. Yes. Then if you go to the car, into the car, while it's on key remote, you will have to push the engine and hit the brake to restart. Yep, that's similar with my car. If this was the same, like if this was like the new camera that the neighbors had, I don't think that. I think that it would. We would be able to see a hell of a lot more, in my opinion. All right. All right. I want to talk about something here.
Watch the shows. They call these 911 shows, and people are freaking out on the phone. I need this. I need that. Well, calm down, calm down, calm down. You know, it takes them forever. I'm simple. My wife was a mess. You know, she's calling me because I'm the husband. Yes, this is our house. You know, if there was something.
So, this is my question. My wife, she called me, she was a mess. Remember, folks, she wakes up Sebastian, she says it's 6 o'clock. Goes in his room and he wasn't here. He wasn't here. My wife was a mess, but I don't care, so I called. Yep. And she said she looks through the house in a minute flat. That's her words. But in another interview, I think she said 3 minutes. And she says she immediately picked up the phone and called her husband and said, I can't find him. Can't find him. Okay. And I said, meaning Edgar. Edgar said, what did you check here? Did you check here? She said, yeah. And KK says, so I jumped in the car. And the question was asked on Nancy's. Were you already on the phone with him when you left the house? Where the F is he at? Yeah. Peace, man. Yep. That was another interview, but yep. And she was in the car on the phone with CP within 3 minutes. Bingo, Mohawk. Bingo. So, why is it 6:33 then? It's 6:33. So either you went to Sebastian's room, like you said, at 6 o'clock. Mind you, nobody sees a light turn on. Allegedly. Right? $6:03. You call your husband. From 6:03 to 6:33. What do y'all just sit there and file your nails and like, yeah, you better check, you better text Seth. Text Seth. Text Seth. Just I want your email. I'll send you 3 videos I found. MCE Right here it is, darling. Right there. If she was looking all through the house for him, wouldn't you be able to see the house lit up with the Christmas tree? You know what else you'd be able to see? You know what else you'd be able to see, Roller Girl? That, in my opinion, they forgot. You know what? And you're hearing it. I've never heard anyone else say it. You know what else you'd be able to see, most likely? From across the street. Well, they have plantation shutters, right? You'd be able to see those plantation shutters going up or down or opening them. Because remember, she checked out the windows, right? Front door open. Sure would. That's a big house to be able to do that in a minute flat. Mm-hmm. I I have plantation shutters in a couple rooms in my house. And when you close them, a lot of light, it's pretty much no light that comes through. But I wonder if you can see those little plantation shutters opening, right? Those doors opening. I know. Yep. No Botox. No oil of Olay. It's soap. And it's the harshest soap. Dries your ass out, girl. Just an FYI, Mike D would really appreciate footage of KP other than interviews if you have anyone. I don't know what you mean. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Let's make
Major going on or something. She needed a 911 paramedic at the house. I'm sure she's called 911 and got a paramedic.
if she needed 911. If she needed 911. So if he was, you know, there was, like an emergency, like Suki Suki. Ah, bogey. I didn't know. Thank you. Justin, but some women's hair looks better after prison. I don't understand is that a joke? Is that a joke? 911 for a paramedic? So not a missing child or fire. Right, yeah. Got it. Okay.
We didn't know what was going on at the very moment. So
You didn't know what was going on at the very moment. I mean, she is like, in according to her, she is hysterical by 6:03. She can pick up the phone to call her husband, but she can't pick up the phone to call 911. Interesting. And she can drive a vehicle, you know, like Jeff Gordon out of that neighborhood.
FBI, open up!
Mhm. My child missing is an emergency. I would call 911. You damn right, Mr. Sister. Which sister posted she was searching for Sebastian at 6:30? That would be Mimi. Melissa. And I just made that up off the top of my head for those out there who make up the most complete bullshit about nicknames. Just letting you know, okay? Uh, FBI, open up. That's right. I'm curious as to how the others were notified. Who called the B Sox and the friend? Well, Deanna, I thought you would never ask. Edgar graced us with his presence one day on a panel, not mine, Tina's, and said he called his mommy. Called his mommy. Women usually overreact and would call 911. Men are slower to react. You're right. But he said instantly. Instantly. I'm a black or white kind of person. Um, okay. It's odd that he was quick to call the non-emergency line, especially when he was so far away, and especially with his ass up in a crane, he says. uh, you know, listen, boss man, I'm up in this crane. I'm trying to listen out of this ear and talk to KK in this ear. Hello. No, thank you. At 6:00 in the morning? Yeah. Mm-mm. Sorry, Edgar Amos. Nope.
She did what she did. She called me. We talked. We did this. We'll look this. We'll look that. Next thing you know, hang tight. Bloop. And I called the sheriff's office.
Bloop.
And I got
Listen.
directly through the sheriff's office, immediately called the dispatch.
Hear that? Did anyone hear that? Just play a little clip again right there.
And I got directly through the sheriff's office, immediately called the dispatch.
Got directly through the sheriff's office, immediately called the dispatch. If you called a sheriff's office, why did you need to call the dispatch? Why didn't you need to call the dispatch? Mother chicken. I thought they did a three-way. You know, I've heard they were swingers. That's what has been alleged. Just saying. Okay. Moving forward.
Gave the call. Within, I think, 10 minutes of that call, they were at the house. I mean, it was a very fast response.
Chris, do you think that Seth had anything to do with
He's going to say
disappearance?
no. We've heard that.
Nope. But I told him, he went to the house. Still to this day, that's exactly what I told him. I called his phone. It went to voicemail. I didn't leave a voicemail.
Hold on.
I told Katie, I said, I'll call you right back. Next phone call, they have their
Listen
own
to
meeting.
this.
But Seth was at work. You know, after I got off the phone with law enforcement, I told Katie, I said, I'll call you right back.
When did you speak to law enforcement? You called Sumner County, but they told you to call dispatch. So we got you and KK call Sumner County. Hold on a second.
Next phone call, they got off the phone with law enforcement. I told Katie, I said, I'll call you right back. Next phone call, the immediately next phone call I made was directly to Seth.
Nope. Nope. No. No, Mohawk. Think about that. Think about that. You've got him saying he called law enforcement. He said, hold on. The next phone call I made was to Seth. But 620 was to Seth. Huh. Something is really wrong here. Where?
Not possible because that area is not visible in the footage. My ass.
My ass. That's right. Law enforcement 633, Seth 622. In fact, Seth had to be technically the first one. Remember, Lawson's office told Don Wells to call 911? Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Okay, MC, thank you. Oh my God, does he know you have that? That's so damn awesome. What's that, Sadie? Let's listen to that again.
But Seth was at work. You know, after I got off the
Something's
phone with
wrong here.
law
We're
enforcement,
going to find something.
I told Katie, I said, I'll call you right back. Next phone call, the immediately next phone call I made was directly to Seth. Immediately. I called his phone. It went to voicemail. I didn't leave a voicemail. I sent him a text.
Why would you hang up with Katie and call Seth? You called 911 on a three-way. Why didn't you call Seth on a three-way as well? I thought he called Seth early and left a voicemail. He did. Remember that song, Justin? Yeah. Oh, it's very messed up, Robin. You're exactly right, girl. Yeah, I'll replay it again. Something's really wrong here.
I need this. I need that. Well, calm down, calm down, calm down. You know, it takes them forever. I'm simple. My wife was a mess. You know, she's calling me because I'm the husband. Yes, this is our house. You know, if there was something major going on or something, she needed a 911 paramedic at the house, I'm sure she's called 911 and got a paramedic. You know, we didn't know what was going on at the very moment. So she did what she did. She called me. We talked. We did this. We'll look this. We'll look that. Next thing you know, hang tight. And I called the sheriff's office. And I got directly through the sheriff's office, immediately called the dispatch, gave the call. Within, I think, 10 minutes of that call, they were at the house. I mean, it was a very fast response.
Chris, do you think that Seth had anything to do with the disappearance of his child?
No.
100% at your soul, you don't believe
I don't
Katie,
feel
or
he
Seth?
does. No, absolutely not. And everybody will has their own opinions, but Seth was at work. You know, after I got off the phone with law enforcement, I told Katie, I said, I'll call you right back. Next phone call, the immediately next phone call I made was directly to Seth. Immediately. I called his phone, it went to voicemail. I didn't leave a voicemail. I sent him a text. As soon as you get this, call me immediately, 911. Still to this day, that's exactly what I told him. And he called me.
All right. That's wrong. That is totally wrong. Um Sorry, I just got something I was reading, guys. There so he's saying that he called law enforcement. And then he called the dispatch. And then he called Seth. But that's not true. We've got the times. We've got the times. Can someone send me that the recording or the of dispatch that morning? They had the emergency numbers to reach Seth at work. Yes, that they did as well. Still to this day, that's exactly what I told him. Did you change other parts of the story, Edgar? Yes, definitely.
FBI, open up!
And I told him, and I'll never forget that conversation. I won't. Nope. But I told him. He went to the house. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I just don't know what people want. I mean, people are going to want their own answers and their own theories, but I promise you, it is
I'm gonna show y'all
very
something in a
straight
second.
black and white, no gray area. It's right down the middle.
And
Here it is.
And Chris, I realize that people are speculating that your mother was there
Listen to this.
at the house when Seth arrived. And everyone's like, oh, Chris's mom was there. And I'm like, y'all don't understand. Y'all don't know what Katie and the relationship between Katie and Chris's mother was like. And Chris probably called.
What was the creator that had the with the times? I can't remember her name.
Told his mother
I'm getting ready to
have
show y'all
her go
something
over
else.
there and be with Katie until he could get there to comfort Katie.
Yes, I did that. I did ask my mom to go to my house.
See,
Yes.
that's what I'm.
Yes, I did that. I did ask my mother to come to my house. So, you mean to tell me you called your mom that morning and from 6 o'clock, 6:03 when you get that call, police shows up right at 7. You're at work and continue working while your stepson is missing. And also you call your mom and she doesn't get there till 10 a.m. Kiki, you love me. Thank you, girlfriend. In my opinion, sounds like they weren't on a three-way if he had to call KP back. Yeah, you're right. Well, yeah, essentially. Let's say they were on a three-way call together. They called the sheriff's office. They said, hang up and call 911. So you hang up and call dispatch. And then you would have to hang up from dispatch because I don't know if they can hang up from you. Really? You know what I mean? I need it with the time stamps on there. Thank you, DNA Resin. 8 months, baby. CP is the mastermind behind everything. KP, also known as KK, in my opinion, followed through with it, and the socks guy cleaned everything up, in my opinion. Interesting. Thank you so much, my dear, for 8 months coming in clutch. How you doing, girl? Let's see here. Ginger got it. Ginger got it. Ginger got it. Here we go. Chris, a good credit. Not Chris said that from its mom when there was he got there. Yeah. Yep. Okay, look at this, y'all. 6:39.
1008 Stafford Court, 1008 Stafford Court, Hendersonville. Caller advised that the 15-year-old male is not in the bed.
Now, if you're on the phone with Edgar at 6:03, 6:39 is when it's at dispatch.
White male, 3 blonde hair, approximately 5 foot, 120 pounds. I was going to be wearing a black sweatshirt, black sweatpants. Female does have a form of autism. This is the first time I have it. I was going to be in the home before midnight. The doors are locked at this time.
Did Foreman out?
Central to 4780
Listen to
Warrenville.
this.
Juvenile left his son at the house. The mother is driving around looking for him in the Victoria Place subdivision, and she
642. She's driving around in a baby blue Infiniti in the subdivision. So, but 639, it starts. The dispatch goes over the airwaves. 639. 642. She's driving around. Now, I think Edgar even might have said this on Elevateds, but I do know allegedly that she was, I'm going to call a source tomorrow and ask them some stuff. But I'm almost certain she was not gone more than 10 minutes. Yep. That's the question, Kiki. That's exactly the question. What happened between 6:03 and 6:39? But Edgar, we just heard him say
immediately. I called his phone. It went to immediately. Next phone call I made was directly to Seth. Immediately.
See, in the beginning, they always made it sound like 6 o'clock, she got up. 6:03, she's on the phone with him. She's already looked through the house. She's on the phone. She immediately goes out the door, looks around in the neighborhood, goes to the school. Right? Now, it's very interesting. We found this out the other day from 6 o'clock. I found out the other day, 6 o'clock to 6:33, 6:03 to 6:33, 30 minutes. The only thing we know, because we have a time stamp, is they contact Seth during that 30-minute time. In a few days before they did their interview, that's when I called it out. In the interview, now they are saying they called it 6:30. See, that is why in timelines are essential. Essential during a crime or someone going missing. Because that's the thing. He can change it. She can change it to 6:30 in that one interview. But you're going to have a real hard time explaining your past ones. Better. Last night woman. What's that, Victor? Oh, Lord. the school building wouldn't be unlocked at 6:30 in the morning. Sure wouldn't. I mean, who goes to the school? And Edgar did not like that question from Elevated. He did not like that question. Why would you go to the school? Did she go to the school? Or did she go to a gas station? I don't know. The school had cameras, yes.
I called his phone. It went to voicemail. I didn't leave a voicemail. I sent him a text. As soon as you get this, call me immediately. 911. Still to this day, that's exactly what I told him. And he called me, and I told him, I'll never forget that conversation. I won't. Nope. But I told him. He went to the house. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I just don't know what people want. I mean, people are going to want their own answers and their own theories, but
I can see, I mean, no, I can't see going to a school within check for his shoes, check for his backpack. If it's there and the door's locked,
it is very straight black and white, no gray area. It's right down the middle.
And
here it is.
And Chris, I realize that people are speculating that your mother was there.
it's very black and white, right down the middle.
At the house when Seth arrived.
I got to show you.
And everyone's like, oh, Chris's mom was there. And I'm like, y'all don't understand. Y'all don't know what Katie and the relationship between Katie and Chris's mother was like. And Chris probably called his mother to have her go over there and be with Katie until he could get there to comfort Katie.
Yeah, he does got
I did
ditches or partials.
See,
yes.
That's what I have been trying to tell people.
Here's a little cool little tidbit. So you know how certain, certain phone companies have these
listen to this
trackers for their phones to track their kids and things like that.
Right.
So we have that, and it's not just me and Katie and the kids. It's actually my whole family's involved with it, and we have that Life 360 on our phones. And if people stop to, and this is what I was leading to, but if people would just stop and think about this, the first 8 days, there's not one aspect of mine, Katie's, or Seth's life that has not been combed through 20 times over.
Remember, he says he's got that. Here's a little tidbit, right? A little tidbit. Like, oh, not only we got Life 360, my ancestors have Life 360. My ancestors. Yes. Absolutely. From the Mayflower. Oh, yeah. Give it to the ancestors, honey. Come on, y'all. Give it up for the ancestors. Where is Sebastian's Life 360? That's a great question, girl mom. Abe Lincoln had Life 360. From Abe Lincoln to Honey Boo Boo, honey. We all got Life 360. You get a Life 360. You get a Life 360. Here's a little tidbit. We have running water in Tennessee. Mhm. Is there a red light between the house and the school that would have a license plate reader on it? There is a camera. No, not between. No, there is at the end of the school, there's an intersection there. If she went to a gas station, it's going to see it. But if she didn't go up to that stoplight, then it's not going to see her. You know what I mean? He's so FOS has a 360.
I'm sorry that you're thinking wrong, because it has happened. Every family member, any direct family member that we've had contact, and I'm sure they reached out to Seth's side too and did the same thing. I mean, everybody who had a possibility, they have interviewed, they have alibis, they've got evidence that, this person was here at this
He don't even know what he's going to say next. They've got evidence that this person was
time,
here.
this person was here at this time, and that's what kind of upset me that night on that show when Seth said that, because Seth knows that my mom was interviewed. He knows. I mean, the law enforcement here was here in my house, and they told us all about it. I mean, it's.
What do you say there?
On that show when Seth said that, because Seth knows that my mom was interviewed. He knows. I mean, the law enforcement here was here in my house, and they told us all about it. I mean, it's. It's so simple that
Trishy,
it's probably a very boring.
we know that Life 360 can be turned off, but not theirs. They have Life 360 in one. I guess it is. If you want it to be.
Case if you took.
Listen to this.
Because Seth knows that my mom was interviewed. He knows. I mean, the law enforcement here was here in my house, and they told us all about it. I mean, it's. It's so simple that it's probably a very boring case if you took away all the crap. It's just a simple. We have a 50.
Yeah, it's yeah. Their his stepson's case. It's pretty boring, y'all. It's so boring. It's black or white. You're thinking wrong. It's boring. And like KK said, right? Just the other day, other kids deserve their stories to be put out, probably more so. It's boring, and others need to be put out, probably more so. Nothing to see here. But that too, thought law enforcement told him it would be a case to be studied for years. It's so boring, Mohawk, chat, pearls, my loves, that it's the biggest search in Sumner County history, and one of the biggest searches in Tennessee history, if not the biggest. I think Summer Wells might have been bigger, but there's that. It's so boring that he won't even tell us where he was Sunday. The win for the most awkward statement in a missing case ever. Survey says yes. Yes, it is. It's worldwide. Tina. Always talking out of both sides of his mouth, and he wonders why people ask questions. Divulge it, you fool. Divulge it. Divulge.
10-year-old autistic child that is missing. I mean, the law enforcement here was there in my house and they told us all about it. I mean, it's, you know, it's so simple that it's probably a very boring case if you took away all the crap.
I mean, I know that he fools people that are easily, in my opinion, manipulated or just always have to go with the other side, if you will. But this
About it. I mean, it's, you know, it's so simple that
it's so simple that, you know, he walked out, but he's a ninja. Call him Houdini, because he got past every camera, y'all. He got past every camera. You know who didn't? A car and two people. They don't even believe him. I don't see how they could. I just think they got their heels in the dirt and they can't get them out. It's almost like he's saying, "Don't waste your time." That's the feeling. He doesn't want people to ask the questions. Just believe it, y'all. Google it. I would like to know if any neighbor cats have been missing since then. I do know that the neighborhood cat, if you will. I'm not talking about KK either. The actual cat was seen on camera. The cat that was seen on camera, but Sebastian wasn't. I don't think so. I don't think so. The cat's name is Socks. Can we get, I mean, do these people have a foot fetish or something? Feet, socks, cat's name Socks. What is wrong with them? Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain, like the Wizard of Oz. Yes. Exactly. Now, I want to take you. Can you imagine living there in the neighborhood? What a nightmare. Yep. Edgar, put your bra on. There's trouble next door. KK's got her undies on the neighbor's floor. But I digress. It's none of my business. Just saying. Guys, do me a favor. Hit the thumbs up. Come on, y'all. Hit the thumbs up. Consider becoming a member of the Pearl family. Pearls look amazing on you. Don't they? Look, I've got them on. Okay. Here we go. Let me pop this up. Got a little something I want to show here.
Boards and shout out to everybody. It has been wonderful. Anytime we've had questions, we have been able to have access to ask them and they answer.
1 second.
If it's not something they have, they do get back to us. That is my answer for Katie and myself. I'm not going to speak for Seth because I'm not on the phone with Seth when they talk to him. So I don't want anybody to think that I'm saying, well, they tell me this and they told him this. And no, I'm not saying that. I'm just putting it out there. Law enforcement has been amazing to work with. So is everybody else. It just.
Why do we not hear that anymore of Edgar? What happened? Clink, 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 clink. Babs, come on, girl. True crime housewife. Thank you, baby. Thank you so much. Helping a girl out. Really took. Thank you. Thank you, my love. I would like to thank the Academy, My Life 360, Deluxe, and Socks, the cat. Yep. It is. It is. It is.
A lot of negative rhetoric out there I think is what's kind of killing this thing. But trying to stay positive and doing the searches and the flyers and billboards and shout out to everybody that has contributed anything to it. Thank you so much.
Hey, Chris, sorry, one last thing. Sorry. Did you really poop on a mouse on a stick? I have to ask.
No.
I'm going to tell you why. I had a nightmare when I heard that, and now I want to be an advocate for the mouse on a stick.
Yeah.
So if you could just answer that for me, I'd appreciate it.
No. No. When I heard that myself, I was like, what is this person saying? Like, where do you get? I was like, I can't believe this. Where do people come up with this stuff?
Was it a rabbit on a stick? Was it a hamster on a stick? There was nothing in between?
It was a gerbil. Well, L. Kennedy, I would like to know if perhaps that evening, whenever she was doing, talking to Edgar and this homework and all that, I would, and just around the neighborhood, shall we say, I would like to just, just a question. Did she have her hair up? In perhaps like a French braid or a messy ponytail? And was she holding a bag at any time between the hours of 9 p.m. and 5 a.m.? 9 p.m. being the 25th, until 5 a.m. the 26th. And you know what? Since we're at it, Edgar, did you have your hair in a high pony as well? Oh, did you have your mullet in a high pony? That was a joke. I'm not being serious on that. Just thought it would be cute. Oh my God, fun to ski. Thank you so much. God bless you and keep you all. Y'all give it up for fun to ski. Let's give it up again. Thank you so much. My dear, if you receive that pearl necklace, do you know how lucky you are? You know how lucky I am and you are? Do you know how lucky we are? Thank you so much, Fun to Ski. Really do appreciate that. So much. Or an animal mask? All right. Now we're getting a little personal, girl mom. A high pony, a mask, and a bag. You know what I mean? Yes. Yes. A furry. What's a furry? What's a furry? Hello, Patty Ponytail. She's always in a ponytail. She's always in a pony. Aren't you, Patty Ponytail? Don't Google it, y'all. Don't. Just saying.
No,
Okay.
no.
You don't sit on anything that's on a stick.
Nope.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure.
Especially around four dudes, you know. It's like, are you kidding me?
Wow.
You know, I had to Google why do people.
Where did he say? Hold on. Mohawk, listen in. What did he say here? Especially around.
Nope.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure.
Especially around four dudes, you know. It's like, are you kidding me?
What did he say? Justin, you don't know what a. No, I don't know what a furry is. A leather hood with funnel. Which one? I know which are. You know what he is referencing, Justin. I really don't. Some have litter boxes at school. I've heard of that. I've heard of litter boxes at school, but this is about the gerbil. This is going south really quick. Okay, let's move on.
Wow.
You know, I had to Google why do people poop on a mouse on a stick and then sniff it. But, you know, I was just unsure. So I Googled it and there was no answer. So, yeah.
She's lying. Don't nobody go Google that. If you Google that, you will be mad at yourself. Do not do that.
I will say
Actually,
this.
I didn't Google it, but I'm a knowledge of information. Shut up, truth. I am.
Well, I do want this to go on record, and this is across the board for every single person out there. One, no, I did not start the Chris Proudfoot is innocent Facebook page. Two, I'm not in everybody's YouTube thing, strolling and commenting. Now there is somebody out there with my name that's doing this. It's not me. And I believe there's somebody doing it for Seth. And I think maybe even Tony and some other folks. I promise you, it ain't me. And I swear the world don't believe it's Seth doing it either. Because he's not, as far as I know, he's not a huge social media guy. I mean, for him to be on YouTube is probably the most I've ever heard him do any type of social media. No joke. You know,
I believe that.
So
for
is
the
this
record, I just want people to understand that.
so is this picture that you've got here tonight? Is that the picture that shows up when you're in chat?
Well, if I give you that, well, here's the thing. If I give you that answer and people go out here and copy and paste that and use it.
Oh, okay. I understand. I understand because
All right, hold on. Let me find the spot I'm looking at here.
I don't know because, so we keep the households pretty much separate.
Yeah.
You know, what he does at his father's house, we respect what goes on at his father's house. What goes on here goes on here. Now, if there's something that we need to let him know in between, does your mom know you talk like this?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they talk worse than some grown men and women.
Bear with me, guys.
online, he's like, get offline. And these young kids come online, they're cussing.
I'm bouncing. I'll leave the game. Whatever. If a couple of guys, we got room and somebody joins in, nope. Back out. We'll set it back to non-fill and we'll just play as, you know, duels or trios or whatever. And no, there's just too much out there that can cause. If I'm doing some work in the garage, it might be open. When we come home,
Hold on. I think it starts right here.
Sleep on, and I pressure washed him like.
Want to ask it because I'm pretty sure I already know the answer, but can you put any words to the allegation of Sebastian having to sleep in the garage?
No, Sebastian would never sleep in my garage, first and foremost. So I don't understand. Well, I do understand where that came from because there was some person saying they're my neighbor. They saw in my garage that I had a mattress for Sebastian out there to sleep on, and I pressure washed him. Like, does anybody stop to think where and how that makes any sense? I mean, if you've seen in my garage, there's no room for a mattress anyways to be on the floor for you to sleep on.
Well, that was kind of my thought process with that because how does anyone even like see in the garage?
Very seldom is my garage open for people to see into. If I'm doing some work in the garage, it might be open. When we come home to pull in the garage, and then we close it. We're normally not even out of the car before we close the garage door.
Yeah.
I mean, that it's just, I don't know.
Speaking of the garage, Chris, did Katie meet up with your mother the morning Sebastian was reported missing?
I mean, it's right
Absolutely
up here.
Not.
Okay. Did law enforcement track her? I'm assuming they got certain things off vehicles and things like that, or maybe they haven't yet because of the status of the case. But is there a track of the path that Katie took the morning she went out looking for Sebastian while she was on the phone with you?
Yes, everything that you could almost possibly fathom.
While she was on the phone with you,
to check, they have checked. Everything has panned out.
Everything is panned out. While she was on the phone with you, remember that. Remember that.
The story, everything that we have told them is all checked out to the T. I mean, down to the phone call to law enforcement itself that morning. Katie, what time she left the house, the route she went.
Let's start with that. Hold on. I'm gonna have to move for 1 second.
I mean, down to the phone call to law enforcement itself that morning. Katie, what time she left the house, the route she went, back to the house, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay. The first thing he mentioned
Uh-oh, 1 second. Am I still? Oh, God. Okay. 1 second. What the hell? Okay. Can y'all hear me? Still echo. 1 second. What the hell happened? That's why. So sorry about that. You know how monkeys are. God bless them. Okay. Let me fix this again. Let me just point this out one more time.
Every the route she went, the T.
He says everything has checked out. Daisy Love, thank you so much. Coming in clutch a 10 months, girlfriend. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Okay. What? Oh. Okay. Everything is checked out to the T, is what he said. Listen to the first couple things he says.
I mean, down to the phone call to law enforcement itself that morning. Katie, what time she left the house?
The phone call that morning. Why would a phone call to 911 check out? Well, you actually didn't even call 911. You called the non-emergency number. You called the dispatch. Right? Then he says
To law enforcement itself that morning. Katie, what time she left the house?
What time she left the house? What time she left the house? In my opinion, something is deeply nefarious. And these are, in my opinion, some things that there's some insecurity about in this story. Yeah. 6:03 to 6:33. Who told law enforcement what time she left the house? Amen. Remy has escaped, yes.
Route she went, back to the house, et cetera, et cetera. Everything they can think of has been checked.
Why is he so talking about
their alibi, where they were. He wants you to believe him, but he doesn't want to tell you the most important things. Well, he doesn't mind telling you. He doesn't want to show you. He doesn't want to talk about Sunday. Doesn't want to show you that big old life 360 he's got. Or my camera, Remy, no. That a lot of people around here in Middle Tennessee call the non-emergency when out of city limits because it's quicker to get through. Nope. 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 I disagree with you there. They live right by the fire station. They live right by a school. It is not normal to call on a three-way. 911 is not that busy. "911 is not meant to be complicated. 911 is quick. If it were so that people call the non-emergency number when there's an actual emergency, people would be calling that number all the time. Yeah. 3 numbers quick. Yep. That's right, Karen. Ask anyone there. Girl mom can tell you. I used to live out in the country and I had to call 911 once and I couldn't even think to Google the non-emergency number. I called 911 and they got there quick. Well, they said, Edgar and KK said they got there quick. They say within 10 minutes. It was a little longer than 10 minutes. But doesn't their local sheriff department say to call 911 or the tip line if you've seen Sebastian? I don't know if it says call 911. I think it says call 1-800-TBI-FINE or the Sumner County 2, what is it there? Pearl. In an emergency, 10 minutes would seem like forever.
Awesome.
I mean, I know a lot of people still have questions. Like, oh my God, what about this? What about that? Like, I promise you, they've checked.
I know Katie's been under a lot of scrutiny for calling you first instead of Seth, but you and Katie are husband and wife.
Right.
Sebastian.
I've talked to 2 people in that area. One in Edgar and KK's neighborhood, and I think even Bobby said she had to call 911 before. And she said, you just go right through. I don't understand calling 911 and them saying, you know, can you please hold, we're going to transfer. I just don't I mean, if a murder's happening, do they say, let's transfer you?
Sebastian lived in your home, so I can understand Katie calling you first.
Yeah.
Because
Like
you
why?
are her, you guys are married.
I
She
didn't.
called you first.
I didn't see crafts.
I understand the fact that you had to, that Katie was upset. So if you had called 911 from your area where you were in Memphis, it would have went to Memphis Dispatch. So you had to call the Sumner County Sheriff's Office directly so that it would dispatch to there.
You can text me
So,
crafts
but
and
I
paints.
understand her calling you first because if I had
If you want to talk to me, text me.
I would,
You can stay
I would have
anonymous,
called
or you can
my
email me.
spouse first.
Yeah, damn right. Like
So any tragedy, and
I
for
would have
clarity,
called the
for
person I
clarity.
love the most first. I would have called the person that I love the most and that was the
Mods,
most
please drop my
supportive of
email
me
too.
first.
So a lot of people have a hard time understanding this because one, you can say what you want until you're in the position. Unless you work and you dealt with tragedy or high stress, high tempo.
I think there's I don't even, I think maybe Edgar and KK might, I don't even know if they're like actually together anymore. You know what I mean?
Type environments. And 90-something% of this world doesn't deal with that. You're talking law enforcement agencies deal with that, military folks deal with that. In certain aspects, that's part of their training. That's what a stressor, that's the thing. If they don't have that kind of world and they know how to deal with it, most people just won't. They're going to freak out. And
All right, honey, thank you.
Watch the shows. They call these 911 shows, and people are freaking out on the
You can
phone.
say
I need this,
1,000%
I need that.
anonymous.
Calm down, calm down, calm down. You know, it takes them forever. I'm simple. My wife was a mess. You know, she's calling me because I'm the husband. Yes, this is our house. You know, if there was something major going on or something, she needed a 911 paramedic at the house, I'm sure she's called 911 and got a paramedic. You know, we didn't know what was going on at the very moment. So she did what she did. She called me. We talked. The sheriff's office immediately called the dispatch, gave the call.
So he calls the sheriff's office, then he calls the dispatch. Sheriff's office isn't open. I played the recording for you. I've called them at 6:30 in the morning. And actually, and I played the recording. Most would call the father if he was there. Say as a child with you. Absolutely. It's so distancing. That'd be interesting.
Within, I think, 10 minutes of that call, they were at the house. I mean, it was a very fast response.
Chris, do you think that Seth had anything to do with the disappearance of his child?
Hold on, we already played this
No.
part.
No.
Let me fast forward it because there's a part.
Is aware of it, so
You know, so we found something out tonight. Katie and I, we went out and had dinner. Went to a restaurant. I won't name the.
Katie, until you could get home.
So here's too, but if people would just stop and, he knows. I mean, the law enforcement here was there in my house, and they told us all about it. I mean,
1 second, guys.
you know, one of Sumner County's childs are missing. And a lot of people don't have a clue. Now, granted, okay, farther out in the sticks, like way deep in Portland and way far out in Castilian Springs and then places where there's not a lot of folks, I understand they may not know that. You know,
well, Castilian Springs and Bethpage and Westmoreland and possible, he outwalked.
He could have left, say, 5 a.m., 5:30 a.m., and if that is a possibility, and he did run away,
Listen to what he says here.
idea as to the type of person he would try to find? Meaning, like, so in theory, if he ran away, say he got 6 miles away, 5 miles away.
Listen to what
he was
his
tired and he was
says here.
You know, he wanted to call somebody. Maybe he thinks his mom's mad at him. Maybe he thinks Seth's going to be mad at him. Who would be the other person, in your opinion, he would get in contact with?
Sebastian's smart enough. He knows.
No, I don't, Raw Beanie.
He needs help to go to find an adult. I mean,
I don't.
He knows, like, look for law enforcement, look for, I mean, he's taught the basics,
Right.
When he's at school, something happens, what do? You find a teacher. Out in town, you get lost, what do? You find the nearest adult and tell them you're lost. And I'm sure Seth has done the same thing to help teach him. Certain things.
Thank you so much, my dear 10 months. How you doing, darling? Thank you, my love it.
There's nothing to say that Sebastian wouldn't seek out people, because I truly deep down feel that he would. He would seek help no matter what.
He would seek help no matter what. And he was trying. He certainly was trying, wasn't he?
If someone found Sebastian,
This is the stupidest question. I'm moving
Talk to them and
forward.
let them tell you what to do.
Okay.
Oh, that's heartfelt. I'm going to push it
1 second.
that maybe someone, if they did have him, may listen to and use what you're saying. Does that make sense?
And please, just bring him back, please. He's got family. He's much, much bigger, and there are so many folks much bigger than his own. He's got family. This young man has a family now that is much bigger than his own family, much, much bigger. And there are so many folks that would love to see him return safe and sound. So please just return him.
Can you, and I appreciate exactly what you said. Oh, that's heartfelt. I'm going to push it a little bit more, though. I hope you can understand why. Is there anything that they can do for Sebastian to make him more comfortable? They, them, whoever, in the assumption that somebody has him. Meaning,
oh, wow,
is there a type of blanket he likes?
Now, that's interesting you say that, Crafts and Paints, because allegedly, him and his boy there in Mississippi, they like to go to the beer joints. He takes photos of CB driving, and TB gets out and takes photos of channel creator and regular people's plates. Who do they know that is able to run tag numbers? You can do that. Could have called emergency number at the jail for Seth. I'm calling. Mama May says, $1 million question. I called Christopher horseshit. Christopher could have called emergency number at the jail for Seth. I call horseshit. I'm calling him out on all his lies. Crafts, text me, girlfriend. I can get you in touch with dog if you want and all that.
There is stuff.
If you don't want to, that's fine too. Just call me.
And I'm just thinking, is there anything that you might be
Text
able
me,
to say
email me.
that could bring some comfort to Sebastian if someone has him?
Just talk to him about his parents. He loves talking about his parents. And for him to know that his mom and his dad and his stepdad and his Pat Meemaw and the rest of his family, GC and Poppy and all them, trust me, he'll have a conversation and he'll light up. He's funny. He's very unique, which like every child out there is special. That's what makes him so special.
I gotta say too, it's really for me like super amazing to see the people in the chat and they're like saying things like tofu, steamed sushi, chocolate
Yes.
milk, chocolate
Yeah.
malt. Like people really do care
Double
about
malt.
him.
Double malt. He
Yeah,
loves
sorry.
double malt.
Yeah, that was put in here too. But people like really do care about him. You know what I mean? Like it's
Here's a funny little story that the whole malt thing, that is actually something that him and my stepdad, my stepdad took him to, I forgot what, I think it was
Yeah,
Culver's.
you can run a license plate.
And they do malts there at Culver's. My stepdad loves double malt. He's like, I'm gonna get a chocolate malt, double malt. And he got one for Sebastian, and that's oh my god.
Ugh.
That is like their thing. He's like, can we get a malt?
That is horrible. That is horrible.
Well, you can tell Sebastian when he comes home that he and I will go to Culver's for a chocolate malt, double malt.
He'll love it.
thank
Well,
you.
thank you.
We might split that up and go to dinner one night on the down
There we
low.
go.
So, the paparazzi is not
1 second.
To learning Sebastian, the steamed tofu, vice fried tofu.
1 second. Let me find it.
So it's amazing. There's a lot
I
of
don't
places
even
we'll
like you
go.
right now.
I don't know. He's got his moments where he'll eat steak.
An hour going down the road.
Oh my goodness.
She said, "I'm."
So I have to ask, and it's in regards to Tony. Tony mentioned on a live a couple nights ago that you and him had a discussion. And during that discussion, you got loud with him or aggressive with him, and he put you in your place. I'm curious if A,
He sure
that
did.
event occurred, and B, did you feel like you were put in your place?
So yes, we had a discussion, and it was the night that him and Pascal and
Notice how Edgar, he never talks about Tony anymore
Seth were on a show.
that I'm aware of.
And I called Tony after I believe they got off their show. I sent him a text, and anyways, it wound up being a phone call. And this was back before things decided, before you made a statement, the gloves are off. And he had said, my goal is to control Seth and control the narrative and protect you guys from being, bashed and thrown under the rug and all this. Well, on that show, Seth had made some comments on there that were not factual. And I told Tony, and I said, look, man, I said, if you're trying to control the narrative, then you need to control your client. If you're going to say things, you need to make sure that they're factual, and that is what it is. He said, well, if that's all you took away from that interview, then you're sadly mistaken. Tony, I understand you got him to calm down, throttle back. However, what you need to do is you got to make sure things are factual. You got to put them out, because what he said opened up a whole different avenue to more speculations that would have never been true. And that was a concern with mine. So was it a little heated? Yes. He is in the same trade field as me. He's not an operator. He's a salesman. And he made a comment to me, and I'm like, well, I'm sorry, but yes, you know. So I mean, was I put in my place? No.
Well, Craps and Paint, he's allegedly, well, I will say, one person that he told, allegedly, what happened to his ex when he allegedly knocked the hell out of her and thought she was deceased for a moment, a little bit. Two people has that he knows very, 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 very well has told me that.
And I will, Mr. Mathis, I don't care what his end game is. I don't really care what his role is in this situation. I think that is a conversation him and I need to have offline. That's not something that needs to be put out in the public view. Here is the mission. That's it. It's simple. We all have the same mission at the end of the day. It is to bring Sebastian home safe and sound. That is the mission. That's it.
I don't know if that's the same mission for everybody.
There's a difference in taking a high road and a low road.
For most of us, yes.
Quite honestly, that can be dealt with after the fact. The mission is Sebastian finding our son. That is the mission.
Agreed.
And
Fundraising, others, Katie, myself, and Seth, and anybody else involved. There's too many questionable things out there that could arise to different levels of different things, and it's not what we want. We just, but if you just have the same thing that law enforcement has, I don't want anybody else in my house. I don't. And it's no disrespect to anybody, unless you got something, or unless law enforcement themselves come to Katie and myself and say, hey, look, we want to do this. If they say that,
this is a very important thing. Why are they checking a home 10 times? Why are they checking a home 10 times? And why were they out back recreating all of that for a runaway? They don't recreate things like that for a runaway. They don't do it. Doesn't happen. Pearl. Gosh, one second. God.
they know they have the green light to go ahead, but they will have to be here. Other than that, I'm sorry, folks. I love the help, but I don't need people in and out of my house. I don't. I'm not going to. And it's no disrespect, but there are other ways if you need things that we will accomplish those things. But people aren't coming in my house. Period.
Chris, at this point in the day, I don't blame you. At this house,
In any way.
So he's basically saying he's wouldn't let other professionals who may want to use their dogs or whatever
with members of Seth's team that have recently been shown to have current criminal activity going on. And the I don't know, have you looked into seeing, or have you been shown that yet?
As far as like, there's certain individuals that I have that things have been brought to my attention on.
Right.
I'm not going to name who or what. It's not.
Right.
I'm not.
It's bullshit.
Before that, she said, "I'm extremely convinced of who Truth Not Feelings is that on that one channel. They were stating facts that I know only one person would know. Also, remember the type of leash, but not the weather." She says, "He literally came out of left field and started blasting my film company." And then she said, "If
Where the hell is it?
She should know whoever is, I don't know, trolling. I don't quite understand some of these terms, trolling.
questions, and apparently I was you, and that is threatening a military personnel. Also, because you're former military or still current military, would that would be is someone a military police officer when they're off duty?"
Correct, Mohawk.
So, yes and no. So, here's the difference. And this is, when she hears this, I hope she'll understand the way I'm trying to say this. And no, I'm not, this is not derogatory by any means. One, first and foremost, me and my wife are veterans. We no longer serve on active duty. We did our time, we got out. Now, Captain K9 is a reserve officer.
Oh,
in the
absolutely,
United
be in
States
Florida.
Reserves.
He's
She's not active duty. If she is
he's
on
only
active duty,
interested
she
in
may be, because
trying to clear
sometimes they do
herself,
get called
in my
active
opinion.
duty. However, at no point does a military police officer have any jurisdiction off of a military base to perform law enforcement functions without some sort of participation with civilian law enforcement. Now, the reason why I know this is because even when I was in, military service members who got in trouble outside of the base, outside.
Guys, I want you to listen to this little part right here, because there is something that I know that I've told you that I can't say, because if I said it, he would know where it came from. But
Military service members who got in trouble outside.
Listen to this.
Civilian law enforcement. Now, the reason why I know this is because even when I was in, military service members who got in trouble outside of the base, outside of military functions, and had something with local law enforcement, local law enforcement would be involved.
The reason he knows this if they got in trouble outside of the military, local law enforcement would get involved.
Not military police taking that action, and then, there has to be a handoff. So I'll give you an example. Unfortunately, there are some situations. There was one in California, and this was some years back. Service member got off work, was driving across a bridge, or was going to work, one of the two, and he was drunk, unfortunately, or he was tired, but he drove the truck off the bridge, and it landed on some folks underneath the bridge at a function, and it killed some folks. So he was arrested by local law enforcement. Local law enforcement handled that situation. And then they worked with military to see what the military aspect is, what they want to do, et cetera, et cetera. That's how that works.
Right.
No MP will walk off of a base and say, you're under arrest. Now, if we're in a foreign port, somewhere foreign shore, and we have shore duty military police, then yes, they can interact on foreign shore to take care of a military service member. Yes, that is possible.
Hold on. What did he say there?
And
Hold
let me
on.
be very clear.
They can interact on foreign shore to take care of a military service member. Yes, that is possible, but not here in the States.
And let me be very clear. I have researched this young lady, and she does have credentials for her dogs. She does stand up for what she said.
I wonder how does he know all of that so well?
As she does. I've never said she didn't. I understand she's a great dog handler, but sometimes, you know, people just don't want to have explanation.
I don't quite understand that situation. But regardless, she talked to him. I had made a comment. She got upset with it, but she is passionate about what she does. First and foremost, she cares something about how the dog situation works. You know, I'm not an expert, never claiming to be.
He says he's not an expert in that, but he also says that dogs' noses aren't as accurate. What did he say? How many, Mohawk, you probably remember? He said something to the effect of, what was it? It was something to the effect of like 20% of dogs or something like that. 22%, 15%, something like that. It was a very low number. I'm like, if it was 15 or 22%, they wouldn't even use dogs.
So we had that conversation. I thought we had a great conversation. And I'm pretty sure I think it lasted for like an hour and a half. But it was a good conversation. And at the end of it, we were okay. We were good. And I said, you know, if something comes up and if we need you, can I reach out? She was like, yeah, definitely. I was like, okay. You know, she discussed me about her dogs. She sent the credentials. She did talk to TBI. They looked at her stuff and said, you know, she's legit. So I don't want anybody to think that she's not legit, for the record.
Will you say that again for everybody in the back of the bus?
Yeah, she is a legit dog handler. She was discussed and talked with TBI. They called us and said, no, she's legit, for the record. You know, it's just
awesome.
There's really nothing that I know of that her dogs are going to come out here and do that law enforcement's dogs. And when I say this very respectfully, from across the state and various districts, various states even, that brought in dogs from all over the place, federal dogs, I mean, all kinds of stuff. If they couldn't do it, I don't understand what one more dog is going to do. And it has done all the same training as the rest of them. What is it going to do different that they didn't already do?
That makes sense. 110% sense. Do you think? Do you have any idea why, if Sebastian ran out the front door, he would leave his phone behind?
Honestly, I don't. So it was actually, it's very tough to get Sebastian to carry his phone with him a lot of times. Well, hey, do you have your phone? Well, no. Oh, go in the house and get your phone.
Right.
Okay. I mean, it's
Sebastian always had his phone, from what I've been told.
Here's something that I'm not sure if anybody's asked you. Early on in Sebastian's disappearance, Seth had made a reference to an extra phone or another phone that he was going to give to Sebastian and didn't give to Sebastian. And my question is, do you have any response to the theory that Sebastian had a phone y'all didn't know about?
I don't have a response to that, because one, I wouldn't have known, because it was if he did, it was at his dad's house.
So it wouldn't have been hid at your house, or maybe, let's say, near the retention pond. Is that somewhere that he would go? Like, is that if he would get angry, or, you know, whatever it might be? You know, a 15-year-old boy's got emotions too, right? So Would he frequent that area? Do you know?
As far as I know, Sebastian never left the house. The only 2 times that I know of, well, actually, we'll call it 3, but I wouldn't call one of them leaving. He was caught outside of our yard when Katie and I were coming home, but he was across the street in our neighbor's yard.
Right.
And the law enforcement already know this. But it's not like he wandered. And there was 2 times on that. And then the other time was he went out to the bus and stood at the bus super early. And Katie found him. Was like, "What are you doing? It is way too early to be at the bus stop. Get back in the house." Now, mind you, the bus stop is our driveway.
Right. That makes a lot of sense.
But he's not a runner. He was never. I don't know. Sebastian never sleepwalked. He never
No,
took
Mary.
off.
I think that they meant they're glad I'm still live. And they wrote alive. I don't think it was a threat, honey.
And I don't know about his dad's house, but I'm willing to bet that he didn't do that at Seth's house either.
Even when, oh man, I don't even know if I want to go down this route. Did it ever make you feel uncomfortable as a stepfather with Seth leaving Sebastian home alone while he went to work?
That's definitely not a road we'll go down. Let's just kind of. His dad does what his dad has to do, and like I said, what he does at his dad's house is dad's business. What happens here is our business.
I can appreciate
until it becomes a concern that has to be addressed, then we'll go down that road. But that's
got you.
Yeah, that off tracks what.
I understand. Cletus?
Thank you,
Hold on,
Mary.
he ain't over here yet. I ran out of water.
I'm on some emotions. But I'm a guy. Don't take this the wrong way, but I'm a guy.
Right.
Guys, we'll handle our emotions in our own way in due time. And, when there's a major tragic event, we're not.
The world doesn't really give a fuck about us. That's the reality.
Well, as they say, women, children, and dogs.
Dogs, yep.
Are only conditional or truly unconditionally loved. It's like.
And Seth right now.
A good thing I would tell people, there's I forgot his name. There was a guy, he was on YouTube, and he did a song right there. I don't know how much more truth you can get to it. I don't have to like your thoughts. I don't have to like your statements. World.
Months while people just tried ripping you apart.
And saying the things that they say. We have been listening to law enforcement. Law enforcement is going to tell you, and trust me, it's so tough. They don't ever recommend you going and talking. They don't, because what happened? This is what happens. We're 80-something days into this, and the vilifying and the horrendous stuff that everybody's saying and putting out there, the memes and stuff like that. Some of them are pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. Some of the pictures they post are funny. Okay. But it just sucks. It truly, truly sucks. But when you listen to law enforcement, they're gonna tell you, don't. And I understand why they say that. Because not only do us as families, and I say families, even Seth's parents and Seth and all his family.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Right, Mag? I was saying.
This. Law enforcement is enduring it too. Because there are people that are just saying some nasty things about why aren't they doing this and why aren't they doing that?
He does not talk like this anymore about the cops. Thank you, crazy country gal. I wonder why. From what I understand, I think Edgar may have even spoken about this. From what I understand, law enforcement, or like the very, very beginning, when Sebastian went missing, law enforcement and Edgar bumped heads. Then it was smooth sailing. And since very late summer or very early fall, somewhere around there, they have allegedly not spoken to law enforcement at all. No, nothing.
They're doing so much that people don't even know about, and it's behind closed doors, and a lot of things are very close to the chest. There's a reason for it, and it's not to speculate that, well, this person's being investigated for this. No, they're not. I'm sorry, folks. It's really not.
Hey, Chris, I wanted to say real quick, because I know Katie was over there by you. Can you please express my apologies?
I don't think law enforcement has advised Edgar or KK or Seth. I know they haven't, Seth, to do interviews or not. I mean, of course they want parents to talk about their missing child and keep the case going. Pippi, there's been some hard questioning. I know that.
For having to ask the question that I did that involved her prior to being 18. I know that's a really uncomfortable subject to think about, let alone have someone you don't know speak about. So please relay my apologies to that.
She can hear you.
Other question is just straight out and brutally honest, or as I can be. Do you hate women, and do you think that men are better than women?
Oh, no, I don't hate women. Do I think women or men are better than women? I don't believe anybody's better than anybody in this world, to be honest with you. There's one person in this world, if you are a believer, who is the one.
Flat out, one way or the other with that.
No, don't get me wrong. Women are, God. Hindsight, there's always that. Well, women do this and men do that. Look, without
10% with you.
Find it.
With the opportunity that may be watching or see this later on replay.
Her sentiment is the same as mine. She doesn't want to come on.
Right. I don't mean her to come on. I was just saying, is there for you to say it? I didn't mean for her to say it.
Oh, no, she basically has the same sentiments. Just please return him. We love him to death. We just want our son home. That is.
Please return him. You said he walked out the door. Okay. Yeah, that's right.
Pearl. That is the same sentiment.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
And she says, everybody just please share.
I gotta show y'all this.
Yeah, I got that. Say Betty Boop is gone. How you gonna come in here and buy membership?
Hey guys.
Right. Then you gonna ask.
I'm going to end it right here because Josh is going live, but I want to show y'all something. before we leave. Live 360 it. Mayflower. Google it, y'all. Google it. He is Boodle. He is. Google it, y'all. That's my number. Crafts and paint. Right there. Thank you for that. Making that. Thank you all so much. We'll finish some of this tomorrow. I will be live tomorrow. Look, there's Blanche. Yeah, where was that at? Who was it? I think it was Crafts and Paint. Email me, text me, call me. Pearl, come here. 100% anonymous, confidential on everything. That's the thing I pride myself in most. He's going on Lab After Dark. I'll see you guys over there. Thank you all so much. Check out members. Check out tomorrow. I'll be doing a members only live. It was a long time ago. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you all so much for joining me. We did not get to it be in Florida. There is no update on Dane. Law enforcement hasn't given an update in 2 days with Dane. Something. Yep, Bogey, you're right. All right, guys. Love you all. Good night, everyone. God bless. Lab After Dark. Char Bear just dropped it. Much love. Good night.